This is Ramon and Monica Jones, sponsored by
Much to Say.
The Naked Perspective. You can't handle the perspective.
But if you think you can, let's get started.
Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good night. Whenever you're watching this, we are so excited that you are tuning in once again live to KKVV 1060 AM. Shout out.
The best.
Shout out to all of our
nation.
Yeah,
Ooh,
come on.
Station in the nation.
Wow, that rhymed all the time. All right, shout out to KKVV, Miss Alyssa in the house. Yeah. Woo-hoo! We also want to give a shout out to all of those that watch us faithfully on the radio station and support this radio station. Thank you so much. Once again, for those that were like, man, I love you guys, and I just want to sow into the ministry. Great. This is how you can sow.
You can go onto our website, www.much2say.com. There is a donate button. Please feel free to donate. You can also Cash App us, the money sign, much2say.
All right, good. You got a little nervous in there. You almost forgot, didn't you? Kind of?
Never nervous.
Come on. I love it.
Always expecting.
Always. Wow, that was, you just went deep on me. Never nervous, always expecting. Wow, that was a lot. All right, listen, I hope that everybody had a great day. We want to give a shout out always to Restoration Church. Yeah, the 107, some incredible people, loving people,
Yes,
generous
yeah.
people. And
We had a busy weekend.
We had a busy weekend.
We had a wedding.
A wedding.
A wedding.
What else we had?
We had Community Day.
Oh, shout out to the Johnsons. They're the new newlyweds. That's why.
The
Johnsons. The newlyweds.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just interrupted you. All
That
right.
was gonna lead into
Oh,
the
we're
marriage
already
retreat.
in part two. I can see we're already in part two.
The reason I wanted to make
All right,
The reason why I wanted to make mention of the marriage is because they were a couple who were dating. Remember, they were kind of dating, and we was like, "You're gonna have to make some transitions."
Yeah.
And we told them if they made a transition before the marriage retreat, we would treat them to the marriage retreat. And they got married on Friday.
You don't think they got married just so we could treat them, do you?
If they did,
Man, I hope
It's
y'all
okay.
didn't get married just so we could treat. No, they wouldn't have did that. We love them. That's just
Wonderful
a shout
people.
out. Yes,
Wonderful
yes.
people.
Also, and then we did some community giving out.
yes, we did
Sharing
a
as
meet
far
and
as
greet for the community.
Meet and
Absolutely.
greet, food, and all that good stuff, just giving away. Listen, Restoration's got hands-on. But however, we're here because of Much
This
to
is
Say.
the Much
and
to
the
Say
Naked
platform. The Naked Perspective.
Yes. And so we're excited. Once again, January 26th to the 28th.
Yes.
We want to make sure you get your reservations.
Get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
I don't want to say it on, but don't be those people.
Man, don't
be those people. You
What are
know
those
you-
people? Let's be clear. What are those people?
Those people are knowing that they're coming.
Knowing that they're coming.
But they're going to wait
to the last second.
for whatever the reason, just in case.
Come
Don't
on.
do that. That makes it hard for people to plan.
You know what?
You know what I'm
People
saying?
that
To
never-
make it special.
People that never that do that, I would say they probably have never put major
nothing
projects on.
Never.
Because when you
And
put
if you put major projects on and you haven't registered, shame on you.
yeah, 'cause
And you know you coming.
You know exactly what that feels like
Yeah.
to want to make sure everything is ready to go. Listen, today, make it your mission. You said
Make it.
last
We
week
want
you're
you
gonna
to
do it.
come.
Today is your
We
day.
want you to come.
Action. All right.
Yes.
Action. Ready, set, action. All right. Take that action, that initiative today. Listen, we want to pick up from last week.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We started
Wow,
our-
did we open up a can of worms with
Well, we
bonnets?
started our singles edition. You know, we're always talking to married couples and those that, are in relationships, right? But we've had an influx of requests from single people saying, "What about us?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's a song Jodeci sang, "What about us?"
Oh wow. Is
Yeah.
it? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yes. What about it? Yeah.
Okay.
So we know
I
it,
don't
right?
know because I was brought up in church. And I
Stop
just know
acting like-
Amazing Grace. Yeah. Yeah.
And so this is for the singles. So we started a series talking to singles, and last week we started off talking about doing your work. Listen.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, here's some water. Look. All right, here you go. We talking about doing your work and then doing your work because
Doing
what?
our work because you got to be ready to date instead of just
Why don't
getting
you
out
drink
there.
some of that water?
No, it's not that kind of hot. It was just hot that way. That people jump into dating and then it doesn't work out, and then they're trying to figure out what is happening. Or those that are in dating don't have the tools to be able to date effectively. And we talked about how when we dated, we were 16 and we shouldn't have even been doing anything we was doing, but we was figuring it out. figuring it out along the way.
Yeah.
And then we are still figuring it out, trying to recover from all of that stuff we were doing at such an early age that no one taught us how to do, right?
Yeah.
I love you.
I'm sure you do.
I still do.
I'm sure you do love me. It was just every time we talk, I felt like, man, we got so much work. I don't think we're gonna ever finish this work. It's gonna be a night kingdom coming. This will be done. I love it. I love it.
But the key is that we want to be able to help other people not experience.
I can't wait till I get to heaven. I'm like, Jesus, did I finally get there? Man, my good, thank God he's Jesus.
Okay, so anyways, we were talking about doing your work, and we had Mr. Adrian. Thank you for coming back.
That's
and Miss
right.
Monique, you look so beautiful with your flat ironed hair.
Oh, thanks.
All right. We have them two
She
coming
went from
back.
last week talking about I'm not ready till I'm ready now. It don't take long, saints. It don't take long.
She went home and got ready, huh?
She took a
Wasn't
whole
she
week.
the one talking about the whole bonnet thing and all this stuff?
Look, and it came back with her hair on down.
I didn't say it.
But you said that
I said about it. That was me.
No,
I said-
but your thought concerning the body.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we finish, before we get in that, so we talked about doing your work, and we did talk briefly about being emotionally ready, right, spiritually ready. That there's some work for those. Adrian was sharing about how he had grew up, and there were some things that happened, and Miss Monique was giving her experience from things that happened in her past, and realizing that there's work that needs to be done in their lives before they say, you know what, I'm really truly ready to date. Adrian said he's ready. He's done his work. He said he's on the market.
I love it.
Monique said in the last episode.
Okay, I'm gonna chime in on that.
Okay, go ahead.
I know that last week I said I was single and searching, but she got on my head about it. So I'm single and interested. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, what?
I'm gonna say.
Wait,
I'm gonna say that. I'm a single.
Stop!
and interested,
Wait! Put the camera back on me. What does Judge Judy? What kind of Phil Dollar you?
His interest, I think, corrected him when he got home.
And I don't know. Do I know?
Dad.
Well,
Wait,
you gotta be in the
you
business.
can't
Well,
dad me.
if you come to Restoration Church, Lady Jones gonna be in the business, so I know.
Okay, well this just got really juicy. Okay, this is
well, we got
KKVV 1060 juiciness.
So you're now what? Are you? Please correct it for the people.
Single and interested.
You're single and interested
Single and
in
interested.
somebody.
In somebody. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's what that means.
That's
Yes.
what he's saying.
Oh,
Single,
okay.
interested. Monique came in last week saying that she was single, but wasn't ready to date because she
Single but not ready to mingle.
she wasn't ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically.
Well, she's ready to date. Well, I don't know.
know.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said you were single and searching.
What? And then I think I contradicted myself later in the episode because I said I wouldn't date myself. So therefore,
Yeah, you did. Because I
Therefore, you're not ready.
rewatched it.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Okay, thanks. Dad.
Is that still your position today?
Off of a week, yeah.
Yeah, off of a week. Okay. All right. So now we're going to dive into. We want to just kind of talk about where we ended because after we have these
Oh,
radio.
by the way, our church chat is saying Jerry.
Oh, Jerry.
Oh,
okay.
Lord.
Yeah.
Jerry means
Jerry.
there's
That
issues
means
in the camp. All right.
Anytime we start getting a little feisty, our church chants Jerry. Okay. So we left off last time talking about, we kind of was ended and we were having a good time, but we talked about bonnets. And so we were laughing and giggling and we had some different perspectives. Pastor was like, you're tacky if you come out in a bonnet, and
Wait, Pastor. Hey,
you did.
Oh, no, I'm
I'm
Ramon.
sorry,
I'm
Ramon.
Yeah,
Ramon said he was.
Don't be shooting at me.
Said he was he was, and I was a little bothered by that because honestly I'm gonna start the conversation here.
Okay.
What bothered me about the whole bonnet thing, I'll say this, is that I don't like it when people say stuff and they don't realize that some of the stuff is to make yourself look nice.
Got it.
The whole reason why you wear a bonnet originally is because it's a silk covering for your head,
Yeah.
so that you can preserve your hair for breakage.
I love it.
Right? And so that when I go to bed at night, I wrap it and put it on so that when I wake up in the morning and I get dressed, I can look nice.
That's good. That's
Right?
beautiful.
And so back in the day when you used to give me a hard time about you about to wear that to bed, I'm like, what do you think I am? Like, how do you think people get up in the morning and look nice? What do you think? You just wash and go?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, but no, I get what you're saying.
You got sisters and you have your mother.
And I love all of them.
Right.
I love all
That
of
was never the case.
them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was kind of where my
Don't you
feelings came
bring
in.
Debbie up in this. Don't nobody. Don't nobody. I love that lady.
But that's kind of where I was coming from. You came from the the perspective of bonnet, because now we're transitioning into doing your work physically.
Yeah.
Physically. So we talked about mentally, emotionally, spiritually, but now physically. What does that mean for someone to prepare themselves physically to be able to be out there in the dating? So we talked about bonnet. Okay.
Wait. I want to make sure I'm clear this, though. I want to
Okay.
make sure everybody knows.
Be honest.
I love you. That's all. Okay, let's finish the question. What she said. All right. Cool.
No, you were good. We get it.
We know. We're married
get it.
23 years.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah,
27
no problem
together,
there.
So,
But there are some people that feel like certain things are tacky. You said what?
What did you say?
what?
27 what?
We've been together.
We've been together 27 years, but married.
Isn't 28?
No.
Yeah, it's 28.
It's always 5 years.
It's 5 years past the amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
But what we want to be able to, we've gone nowhere, and we got 14 minutes left.
Well,
Nowhere.
it's time to go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So here's the thing. What is important to people? Is that really important? Should we be focusing what's important to people? Should we be focusing on what's important to God when it comes to physically different cadences that we make and move to when it comes to preparing yourself for dating? Like, for instance, whether I wear a bonnet or not, right? Is that something we should be concerned with? Does God have any say so in that? Can you relate the two? Like, what does a bonnet, this is what I was talking to your father, Ramon. What does a bonnet, so we have this big old controversy about bonnet, but because we are Christians, we should be able to always somewhere find it in the Word of God. So we know bonnet doesn't have anything to do with the Bible, right? But what can you relate a bonnet to? Or what a bonnet signifies in regards to God's thoughts about us? Any thoughts? I had one.
Okay.
That we should also, not a specific scripture, but just conceptually, like making sure we don't come to God just any kind of way, right? When we come, we go to church or whatever, we come before Him, we make sure, right? Even when we get married or whatever you do, you make sure you put some effort into it, right? That you're well groomed. They used to bring the king's perfume and all of this stuff, right? When you come before Him. So that's what I was kind of thinking about. Like, it's not so much about the bonnet, it's about what the bonnet represents, right?
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts about that as far as single people?
No, I agree. I think that's what I was trying to explain as well, is that it wasn't necessarily the bonnet, because the bonnet means something else for the men. It could be a do-rag or it could be a hat. I know some people don't even like hats on men. Sorry. But it's not, like you said, it's about what they represent. And I think making sure that you said you are putting your best effort, like you're not trying to get someone and then change and then now put your best effort, now start looking nice, but like you're looking nice like as you're already ready,
Right.
And so that's why I said last week I want to make sure that I'm whole, before I get into a relationship, not so that I can get into a relationship and then become whole, because that's backwards. And so if I'm complaining, or if I want someone to look nice in a relationship, then he should be hopefully getting himself together while he's preparing for that.
Okay, well, we talked a little bit about the ladies, what they should be doing. So before we get to some more things other than the bonnet, no bonnet, as a young lady, what are you looking for in a guy?
Like physically, or just...
Yeah, physically.
I think someone like is well groomed, someone that has good hygiene, that cares about getting haircuts, smelling good, his teeth, like things like that. Just making sure that he just looks nice all around, that is fit. Not saying that you have to eat super healthy or work out all the time, but that you care about the health of your body, and that you want to make sure that you're not only like healthy emotionally and mentally, but also physically, because that's important as well.
Here's a question. Can you be healthy? Let me ask you. Can you be healthy spiritually, emotional, and mentally, and not physically? Weight-wise.
I mean, you can be unhealthy weight wise. I mean, it's all how you perceive it. Like a lot of the times, like a lot of the women who their background is more so they were big bone, whatever the case may be, thick, slim, thick, whatever. It's more so that whole healthiness is it's all up to how you eat healthy. It's all to how you handle yourself and what you do. Some people are unhealthy and they stay that way.
Yeah, because I think there's like different body types, of course. Like not everybody's gonna be as skinny as me just because of the way
and that doesn't mean you're healthy.
Yeah,
right.
I'm
not
healthy,
right?
And so, well, I didn't have to say that. Like I didn't really have to bring that up. But anyways, there's some people like different body types, but like he said, health is not relative in terms of like the way you look. It's relative, but like it's all. Eating healthy, making sure that you're working out, that you're getting active, like those things can be universal, but like the necessarily like how you look and like your weight size, that's relative based on how you're born or just
Based
the
on how
makeup of your body.
It definitely plays a part.
But no matter what size you are, I'll say this just to for me, when I'm in a good place spiritually, when I'm in a good place mentally, it makes me want to do better physically. It's not about weight, how much you weigh, how much you don't weigh. It's more so an element of making sure that just like what I'm ingesting, you know what I'm saying, with what I'm watching, what I'm meditating on, I think about that when I'm ingesting food, right? And the result of that is that I don't become ridiculously what I should not be, right? Because I'm more aware of what I'm doing. And what I'm saying is that usually when you're healthy all around.
No, because I agree. Because when I was in a couple years ago, when I was going through like a depressive mood or whatever, like I didn't want to shower, I didn't want to like change. I was just in pajamas. But it wasn't until I came up out of that mood and my attitude started getting better that I started making sure that the way I looked was presentable and showering and hygiene, all of those things. So I agree that I don't think it's possible to be healthy in all those areas and not physically, because we're whole beings.
Right.
You can't be half healthy and half unhealthy. You
That's
have to
right.
be whole completely. And so I think God says, God, he cares about our health, holistically, not
Body is the
just,
temple. That's right.
not just any kind of way.
What do you think?
Absolutely, that's what whole is. It's your mind, body, and your spirit. And so when you look at everything, may you prosper and being good health, even as your soul prospers. You are the temple of the Holy Ghost, and so your physical body, all of that stuff makes a difference. Some people don't know that. They some will focus more on the physical body, right? And they'll focus, think better. I'm gonna got a vision board, but then they are neglecting the spiritual, aside as far as spending time with God, and really that He can speak to the emotions and deep-seated things of your life. And then physically we still need to have a good balance. A lot of people that go to church sometimes, not all, I think we're starting to do better. We put so much emphasis on the spiritual, but then they would be sloppy.
That's
They
right.
look sloppy.
That's right.
They eat.
And we're talking about self-induced sloppy. We're not talking about things that just happen because of life or things
some
you
things
can't
are
help.
life. Some
We're
things
not
you
talking
can't.
about things you can't
some things
help.
you can't help. If somebody had a stroke or something, you can't.
We're talking
help.
about the things you
Those are
can
things
help.
You can
Right.
help. But the things that you can have self-control, and that's one of the fruits of the Spirit, is self-control to do better in these areas. And this is how He helps us.
Yeah.
Because the truth of the matter is, men are visual for the most part, and they are visual. They will look, and they will see, and so that person can have the most beautiful, sweet spirit. They can be so awesome and so snuggly on the inside. They can just be so snuggly on the inside. But unfortunately, you're not going to get those snuggles because, well, I don't want to say that. God forgive me, okay? Never mind.
Can I chime in here?
Please.
And this is probably going to take us a different way. I have a question for men. So
Ask away.
Men are visual people, and you all are stimulated through what you see. But when it comes to finding someone and wanting to settle down with someone, I think it might be confusing. I know, because I used to be a single person. To women, is like, I get confused because you see that and stimulated by that, but you don't want me to be that. I'm so confused. Can you please clear that up for the ladies that are trying to take pictures on Insta and look like the people. Wait a minute, and look like the people that you are visually stimulated by, right? But then when we do it, there's something's wrong with it.
Oh, we got an answer for all the billions of men that are out there. Brother Agent, take it away.
I mean, I look at it as just like eye candy, just something to look at. But we want something that is totally different from that, because a lot of the times, like, women, they show off their everything, and it's like for attention. And when you're showing it off to get attention, it's kind of like what type of attention are you looking for? Are you looking for approval? Like, what is it? For us, it's more so we look for the total opposite.
But do you see the confusion though?
Yeah.
Because that's what sometimes, and I'm not talking about the ridiculous stuff.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
absolutely.
just the stuff that's
Everybody goes in the store and they have different needs and wants.
Okay.
So everybody's not the exact same. You going in there for milk, I'm going in there for some cheese, but we in the same store. God has blessed us to where what somebody's looking for may not be the same what somebody else is. When people have lived a little while, they're not looking for that no longer, how how she looks on the outside because of their age. Their age bracket, that could be the last thing they're looking for. They're looking for compatibility.
Yeah.
Somebody younger, they want to show off. You know what I'm saying? They want to be able to say, hey, look who's on my arm. And so for that may be in a whole different mindset. But when somebody is looking to settle down, I really believe to really be married with someone you're thinking about, to be with your kids, if you're planning to have kids, if that's your desire, and somebody that you're looking for the long haul. I don't know if you want somebody that is, never there, wearing stuff that is sleazy and she's in front of every guy's face.
Yeah.
Like that's not sustainable.
That stuff is good when you out there and wilding out, but when you're trying to settle down,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? You're trying to explain it to your sisters, your brothers, your mom. Oh, that's just the way she is, guys. She's snuggly on the inside, though, Mom. She's.
But I think that's good. I think that's good for the ladies that are trying to do this thing right, to understand that the reason why that is done is because there's a certain.
Let me say this, because
Okay.
I'm also
Yeah.
not just a dad. I believe that where God has blessed me in ministry, I believe He's blessed me to be able to speak to the lives of people. This is one thing I also sometimes I think Adrian was saying, it was some people because they didn't get attention, they didn't feel valued, and so they just want to hear a guy say, "Man, girl, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're gorgeous," And I feel like if we do a lot more of our due diligence behind the scenes, I believe a lot of this stuff won't be the first time that they're getting this attention.
From somebody.
They're getting unnecessary attention.
Yeah.
That's what I see. It's like staring in the window at something, gawking, and they like it. But then if most of these women we sit down and talk with them, they don't want
They
that
don't
kind
wanna
of
do it.
attention.
Yeah.
They just want to be seen. But
And that's
you
what
know
it
what I'm
takes
saying,
to
and
be
that's what it
seen.
takes to be
Right.
seen. I'll do what it takes. But the reality is, I don't believe that they're truly, sincerely happy in that state
Yeah.
because of the things they have to do to keep trying to get that attention.
Still a void that they're trying to.
Yeah.
They're chasing it. They're
Yeah.
chasing
Because
it.
most men, if we be honest, there's no respect for any woman that is like that. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Tell 'em,
From the
say it.
locker rooms, the men have.
Well, and you're married.
Yeah, men have talked down women. We have torn up women just because of, man, she was easy. You know what I'm saying? And their concern is not about, we'll say whatever they want to hear,
to get whatever it is you're
but
trying to
we
get.
have only one agenda.
Yeah.
As, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking for every man. I'm just saying, once a woman comes off like that, if you talk to most men, their thing is not about, she's a wifey. They have other intentions.
What are your-
And that's why.
Am I lying?
No, not at all. I have a daughter. My daughter's 17, so it's like since she became a young teenager, I was just pouring that into her. Like, men are gonna come up to you and talk to you any type of way just to kind of get what is it that they want from you. So you have to be aware of that.
Yeah.
I told her, like, if it's kind of like if you have like $100 and you give 10 dudes $10, they could brag about you giving them $10. You know what I'm saying? And in that sense, and they could brag about it. And here you are with no money. Like you're you know what I'm saying? You're basically used.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah.
So,
Well, somebody said something in one of the chat. He said if you wear the bonnet, you attract the bonnet man. And I do believe that with certain bait, you attract a certain type of person. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, if you want somebody nasty and they have a certain bait. You know what I'm saying? They have a certain bait that when you throw it and you hike everything up and you come a certain way, you're going to attract a certain type of guy.
Like you might get somebody, but it's
you're
going to be
gonna
a
get
certain
somebody,
type.
but
Yeah.
it's going to be a certain type. And
It's probably not what you want.
Yeah, because there's some things with modesty that comes. So, like you're a beautiful woman, right? You're my wife. You're fine. You're smooth as ice and twice as nice. Never had a bad day in your whole life. And this is what I found. This is what I found that was smooth. That was bars.
Dad, we have like a minute left.
Okay. Let me get into it. But I want my wife, because she is beautiful. She can still be. And don't judge me for all the Christians out there. I am saved, and I love Jesus Christ from my heart. She can still be sexy and saved. I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say after that. I ain't got nothing else to say. If you don't understand, that is possible. As believers, because I think a lot of people feel like they got to be all frumpy and all that. But
There's a
don't
time
do
and a
that.
place for all of it, and I'm a big believer in that. There's a time, my kids know, there's a time and a place for everything. We got to wrap up. Does that help you as a single woman to know that? Because
No, I know that when it's time, the right man will, when he's ready to actually, get married and whatever, that it'll happen. So that's why
we come back.
Dad, we can't get.
We can't keep coming
I
back.
said
We gotta
come
move
back
on.
with Bonnet Part 3.
No, this is not the.
We didn't even
bonnet.
talk about bonnets this time.
Yes, we did. Because you guys didn't let me finish
I
about
know,
my
No,
bonnet.
baby.
Can we
Because you
just-
wanna
can we-
talk?
no.
No, because
Can
you
we
want to
just-
talk, but you're
No.
married. You
Can
gotta
we
let
end
the
it?
single
No,
people
can we
Okay,
just
go.
end it with no bonnet or yes bonnet?
Okay,
I vote no bonnet.
No bonnet.
no bonnet. In public.
Single and interested.
Oh,
Hurry
she might
up.
wear a bonnet.
Listen, we pray
Okay.
that you had a great
That's okay.
day. He pleads the fifth. Stay focused. Stay up. This is a Naked Perspective. Ramona Monaco. Thank you, Monique. Thank you,
Thank
Adrian.
y'all for being patient
And
with us.
Keep rocking with us,
Thank you.
singles. God bless. Have a great day.
Well, were you able to handle the perspective? Thank you for listening to another segment of the Naked Perspective.
If you would like to see or hear more of us, or if you would like to get in touch with us, please visit our website at www.much2say.com.